Ooh, all right. Sharena Gilliland, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for
You're doing
having
great.
me.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming on. I'm super excited to have you. Guest number 33, season 1 here at the ParkerCAST. Remind the audience that we are county clerk.
District Clerk, Parker County
Parker
District
County
Clerk. Yes.
District Clerk. So in that position, Sharena, we always answer to the public, right?
Absolutely.
We answer to the vote. But do we have a direct supervisor or
I'm it.
you're kind of it?
I'm it. I have to answer to the people and answer to all the other departments in the county.
I was thinking about that, because if you're elected to a school board, I was on the Weatherford School Board, the superintendent's there, you got the board president, but you're kind of allowed to make the decisions and do what you need to do. Talk to me about that a little bit. Being a little bit of self-governance on the job, that has to be great and kind of scary all at the same time.
It's fun and exciting, and it's a little bit intimidating sometimes.
Yeah.
So as the district clerk, I'm responsible for our office, and that's all of the administration, the employing, interviewing, day-to-day operations. We work really closely with the courts. We do not answer to the courts in terms of, they hire and fire anybody in our office, but we definitely answer to the courts in terms of making sure that we're following the law, that we're keeping our records correctly, and that ultimately justice is being done. We're a cog in that justice wheel.
I love it. How long have we been doing this now?
Since 2011.
Oh, really?
So just a few years.
So is there a governing body or an organization? Like with school boards, there's TASB, Texas Association of School Boards. What is there at the courts level?
We have the County and District Clerks Association.
Okay.
It is one of multiple sister organizations under the Texas Association of Counties.
Love it.
So sister organizations are the Treasurers Association, Tax Assessors Association, the Sheriff's Association, all of your county offices.
Nice.
And they're responsible for our education, making sure that we have conferences to get our educational hours and share information.
All right, Sharena, tell us, educate me. So where does Sharena come from? Where are we? Were we born and raised here? I don't think so.
No, I was not.
Okay.
So it can be a little bit of a story here. I grew up in the Panhandle,
Okay.
Perryton, Texas. And right before I started high school, my family moved. My dad is a veterinarian. He's retired. So he had his own clinic, grew up cleaning kennels and mopping the floors.
Where did he go to school? Because I got a follow-up question.
Yes.
Where did he go to school for veterinary medicine?
Oklahoma State.
Okay, because I know a bunch of folks. Ashley Conlin, her dad was on here. I had somebody I knew up in New York. It seems like they go to the Caribbean a lot to do vet school. There's a bunch on the islands and in Grenada, and there's it's like a thing in the veterinary world. Am I wrong on that, or is
no? That's real.
Yeah.
Each state only has one, maybe two veterinary schools, and sometimes there is a bigger need for veterinarians and more people that are interested than what the United States
so they
colleges
do it
and vet
out
schools
in
have.
the
And so
Caribbean.
that's another option.
Very cool. All right, so I'm going to interrupt. So Dad's a vet. We got to spend a lot of time around animals?
Yes.
Large animals, small animals?
Both. It was mixed.
He was doing both.
Uh-huh. And we moved to Starkville, Mississippi.
Okay.
And I graduated high school there and went to Oklahoma
Starkville, Mississippi. Where's
Starkville? Mississippi State.
Oh, okay.
Everybody knows Mississippi State.
Yes, okay, Mississippi State, okay.
And so I went to high school there and then went to undergrad at Oklahoma State.
High school, let's take us back to high school. Did we play in the band? Did we like to draw? Were we on the softball?
I was into sports.
Okay.
I played basketball.
Nice.
That was my thing. Basketball.
Really? Okay.
That was my life. And ended up graduating a year early from high school. And went on to Oklahoma State for 4 years and then Baylor Law School after that.
Oklahoma State, OSU.
OSU.
Well, my daughter, I'm going to give you some bad news. My daughter goes to Tech.
Yesterday was a little rough for the Cowboys.
Yesterday shocked me because OSU is a really good sports school, great football program. It seems like anyway, at least I thought. And then I'm looking at the game. We missed the first quarter. It's 21-0 when I turned it on, and I was like, and then I look at the standings, and Oklahoma's 1-6 or 1-7, and Texas is 7-1. I was like, no, OSU is 1-6, 1-7. So I don't know, just a turnaround year.
They're just having a tough year. Lost their coach mid-season.
Oh,
and,
did we get rid of him?
Yeah, there's been some change-ups. And when I was in school, it was not a great football program, but We beat OU that
that's
year,
all that
and
matters.
that's all that matters.
That's all that
That did
matters.
it. Yeah.
I've noticed that. So we're from upstate New York, my wife and I. So Boston College is out east a little bit. Syracuse is out west a little bit. Basically, there's not much of this college rivalry sports feel up in New England. There's really not. If you're Catholic, you like Notre Dame, like everybody. But
Yeah.
other than that, there really wasn't. Down here, it's, oh man, you bleed purple, you bleed maroon, you bleed burnt orange, you bleed whatever it is, and it's the Red River and OSU versus this, and TCU's fighting. And we've really gotten into it. One daughter down at A&M, one out at Tech, and it's super
It's
exciting.
fun. It's
Yeah.
fun, and then when your kids choose something different, you're like, well,
Mm-hmm.
guess I'll wear those colors. But it's fun.
Well-
It's a lot of fun.
When was the last time we picked up a basketball?
It's been a few years. When the kids were little, I did some of the YMCA coaching.
Nice. I love the youth coach.
Yeah.
Youth coaching. I feel like I'm interrupting a lot. I don't
No,
want to
you're
interrupt.
good.
This is about you. But youth coaching is one of those weird things where while you're doing it, you kind of almost hate it. I don't want to say the word hate, but it's like, oh, I'm tired. I just worked all day. Do I have to plan a practice? And this mom's mad at me because I'm not playing her kid enough. And, oh, I just want to go home. But when it's over, and now mine are done, I don't do any more youth coaching. Mine are too old. Oh, man, I miss it. I long for it. I wish I could go back and coach my little daughters
That's
again.
the best description. While you're doing it, you just think, why did I sign up for this?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yep.
And in retrospect, it was so much fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
And I think
And it's
it meant
worth
a lot.
it. It's
Yep.
worth it,
Meant a
yeah.
lot for the kids, too, I think, when they see their
You know, and because you try to
Yeah.
think it's their introduction into the sport. You want them to have fun. You want them to try to learn something and take away something. But yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it.
So go back to, so we're
Yeah.
Mississippi.
Uh-huh.
Mom and dad, moms at home, moms.
My dad went back to school at Mississippi State to get his master's
Okay.
in business. Mom went back to school and finished her degree in master's. So the whole family was in school
Mm-hmm.
when we were in Mississippi.
Tell me a little bit about mom.
Mom's background, she always helped dad in the clinic, and she went back to school and got her master's. And so she worked she was
Wow.
at the Mississippi State Library for a while doing, it's like where education and technology kind of met. You know, this
Library
was-
sciences,
yeah, type thing.
maybe.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to describe there,
Awesome.
but
Very good.
very education was very important.
Yeah, sounds like you got two parents to be proud of.
Yeah.
I mean, academically, they
Yeah.
advanced themselves and did a lot. That's
Yeah.
great.
So now they're retired and enjoy all the grandkids.
Oh, they're mom and dad are still with us.
They are, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're. I actually can't wait to be a granddad. Everyone I don't want to get older, but like I have one who's 20, one who's 18. It's like within the next 5 years, it's a very real
It'll be
possibility.
happening, and
It'll be
everybody
hap-
says the pressure's off, right?
Yeah, that's
so you
right.
just get to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's what I can't. Yeah, I don't know. There's this one song. I don't know if it's Matchbox 20 or something, but it's like I'm not afraid of getting old or whatever is the song. It's on my workout mix and everything. I love it, and it's just I've kind of so far been able to embrace that. I'm getting a little more gray in the beard, getting a little more gray on the top of the hair. My knees hurt a little bit more, but it's like I don't know. I'm still kicking. I'm having fun. Life's good. I'm enjoying it. So the grandparent thing that sounds
That'll be good.
exciting.
That'll be good.
All right, mom, dad, we're at OSU.
Yes.
How do we meet the mister in your life? How do we come down here to Parker County?
I went to law school at Baylor, and I was practicing law at a law firm in Dallas. They sent me to a hearing way out west in Parker County. Sean is in law enforcement. He just happened to be at the courthouse that day and just kind of
It was that day.
Yeah.
You get sent out to for the first time
I was
to
the
Parker
young
County.
lawyer, and nobody wanted to drive.
And Sean is doing law enforcement there at the courthouse.
Yes, he was there for some hearing.
Oh.
And I walked in, and there was a classmate of mine from law school. She was there, and she was working in the county attorney's office, and he was as well. And just kind of everything came together.
Are we love at first sight, or is this a slow burn that finally made it to the finish line?
Well, I always say Sean knew what he was getting into from the beginning with me. So we didn't actually talk. I kind of saw him lingering, and I told my classmate, I'll let you go. Somebody obviously needs to talk to you. And then that weekend, my phone started ringing and hanging up and ringing and hanging up. And finally, the person didn't hang up, and I said, "Who are you? Why do you keep calling me?" And really let him have it.
Oh.
And it was Sean. And
He was just nervous, or he was.
He thought he was calling a law firm to see where I worked, and kind of waiting for the voicemail of, all right, what firm is this? And it was.
So instead
it was
he kept
my
hanging
cell
up?
phone. Yeah, he kept hanging up. thinking he misdialed, and
Goofball.
so yeah, so he got an earful from me, and
That's funny.
we just kind of hit it off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. First
So it's
date?
just- that next weekend we went out, and
Good deal.
that was
Yeah.
2002, so 20 plus years later,
Yeah,
here
that's
we are.
about. I think I was married 2002. My wife will tell you the exact year, but
Yeah,
it's
we got-
somewhere. I think it's around like 2001, 2ish.
Yeah, so we're coming
Yeah.
up on 21 years
Yeah.
being married.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the
So-
kids? How many we got?
We got 2 kids.
2 kids.
We've got a daughter who's a freshman at Texas Wesleyan. She's playing golf. And
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, so she's has it rough. She goes to class and then plays 18 every day.
So was she golfed at Lido?
She did. She
Yes.
was on the Lido team.
Yeah.
And our son is a sophomore at Lido.
Okay.
He's playing tennis. Just got his driver's license last week.
I love these 2 sports, right?
Yeah.
These are I'm in kinesiology. These are called lifetime sports. is what we
Exactly.
call them. The bowling and what you and I did in high school, the basketball, the baseball stuff. Those you kind of stop.
Well, I haven't been out for any kind of political campaign discussion on
Yeah.
the basketball court or making any kind of business deals.
That's right.
There was never
That's right.
a legal mediation
Yeah,
of like, hey,
no.
let's go shoot this out on
But
the
golf.
basketball court. Yes.
But golf,
Yes.
yeah,
And they
yeah.
kind of took them up during COVID. It was got to find something,
Mm-hmm.
and it just clicked for both of them.
Oh, so they both
They're
just
both
kind
new.
of took it up during COVID because there's a lot of time on our hands or
Yes,
whatever.
yeah.
And oh, interesting. All right.
Our daughter laughs and says she was determined to not like golf, and jokes on her. She was kind of a natural and just
She's
stick to
natural.
it. Yeah.
So did you guys go the route of where you like this? We're going to get you some training and some one-on-one and some lessons, or did the Alito ISD just they're the ones that have done basically the training?
A little of both.
Okay.
We started, like I said, we started during COVID, so we started with First Tee, and give a little plug for First Tee.
Love First Tee. Did it one time.
It's awesome.
Out in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
But love it. And the one here in
They've got the one at Squaw Creek in
Oh,
Willow Park.
yeah, this is-
just down the road from us. Our daughter's taught out there in the
Yep,
summers
it's
now.
beautiful.
So anybody with kiddos, that's a great
Oh,
way
your
to introduce
daughter's
them.
taught.
Yeah, she's one of the student teachers that they've got out there working with kids. And then the Parker County Tennis Association does summer courses, and we thought, well, let's just give it a try, see what happens. And he liked it.
These are great sports.
Yeah.
I mean, I absolutely love. There's tennis. Tennis is one. It is lifetime, so you can do it forever. It can get you can your elbow hurts a little bit and your shoulder, and I've busted a few rackets that'll losing my temper. So sometimes you're into it a little more than others. But yeah, golf is one.
Well, now there's pickleball. It's popular. It's kind of like
Have you done it?
Yeah.
So I
It's
want to
kinda
do pickleball.
tennis light.
Yes.
Yeah.
I went out to the courts in Weatherford, which are awesome.
Yes.
These new courts out in Weatherford. I don't know if Alito will. I don't know if West or East Park County has anything yet. Pickleball.
I don't think so just
no,
yet, but-
the ones in Weatherford are awesome. And was playing with my daughter, and I was like, "This is going to be so lame." And I was totally defiant in the beginning, and I'm like, "Come on, let's go. Like, can we go to the tennis courts?" But no. But after a while, I was like, "This is not quite ping pong, but it's like."
It's fast.
It's like not quite tennis either. It's
Yeah.
like this awesome hybrid in between.
Yeah. So
I
you're still
had a lot
kind of
fun.
moving, maybe not quite as much as tennis,
Yep.
but when the knee objects, it's not quite as much as tennis.
Yep. Nope. I love. There's a retirement community in Florida called the Villages, and my wife and I are like, oh, look at that. They got golf carts. They got all these things. And they have like 500 pickleball courts throughout this
That's
retirement
amazing.
community because everybody kind of loves doing that.
It's fun.
Yeah. All right. So we've met, Sean. We've hit it off. We got some kids. We're married for 22 years. You said it was 2011 that you got into the first race.
I took my oath in January
So
2011.
have you had contested races, or were you fortunate enough to have it be uncontested?
I've been really fortunate. I've been uncontested.
Oh, okay. That's very good. Yeah, that's a great. We want to keep it that way,
Well, knock on wood.
and we want to keep it that way. No, 2013 was my first election for the school board. Won. It was contested. Went up against a great guy.
Yeah.
He was an amazing. Charlie Martinez was his name. Awesome guy. But I was fortunate enough to win, get a few more votes, and then 3 years later went uncontested. And it was like the best feeling.
a lot less stressful.
Just to save the money and the stress. And an election. This is what I think a lot of, we'll say, not normal people. It's people who have never run for
Yeah.
office. Putting your name out there is great and everything, but there's a chance you're going to lose. And losing an election feels like horrible. It feels like, oh man, people don't like me, or I'm been rejected by my town. I mean, it can be rough.
You can really get into your head.
Yes, it
a
can
lot.
really get into your head. I've won 2 and lost 2. I ran back in like 2008 for city council, lost that. That was my first taste. And then just recently I ran for the state board. But yeah, I didn't let it get to my head, but it can, because you see all the mountain.
And it's a lot of work. I don't think everyone fully appreciates the amount of work that a candidate puts into it, regardless of what you see on the public side and what their family goes through with that, of even just going to town halls and going to different meetings and visiting with people. It's a big time commitment to put yourself out there.
What was the spark that made you to say, hey, I want to run for this office?
I was in private practice, and the previous district clerk, Elvira Johnson, was retiring. Visited with some folks in the legal profession. I've always liked being around the political realm and those kind of things, and just visiting with folks, thought I could bring something different to the table, having a legal background and having practiced law and been in trials, of bringing a different flavor to the clerk's office.
And your husband is an elected official out in Willow Park. We'll get him on the podcast later. This is not about him.
He's on city council in Willow Park.
So, but that is an interesting testament to you guys as a family. I mean, you have now, you've devoted yourself to giving back to the community, these elected offices. Was that a hard decision? I'm assuming he ran second. You were first, right? You were in 2011.
And actually, even before that, before he ever moved to Willow Park, he was on city council in Aledo. He lived in Aledo. So he had done that for a few terms. And then when I ran, it was a long discussion, and we both have such a desire to give back to the community. And when people say, somebody ought to do something about that, you have to go say that in the mirror, and somebody ought to do something.
That's
and it's
exactly.
you. Yeah.
Yep. There's a saying I have, it's not you, then who? And I didn't create that saying, but for I saw a movie or something, if not you, then who? And a lot of times, going back to the coaching youth sports, you're in one of these big meetings that you show up to as a parent, and they're like, well, we need 2 more coaches. No one raises their hand, and it's like, well, if not me, then who? I mean,
That's how I got roped into volunteer coaching when my daughter was cheering with the Aledo Youth Football Association, and their squad didn't have a cheer coach, and I was like, well, if no one else will, then I'll be happy to
never
figure
say
this
that.
out.
Never say
and
that.
no one else ever does.
No one else ever does.
I learned that the hard way.
Yep.
When you say, if no one else will.
If the director, whoever's in charge, as soon as they hear that from a parent, they're like, okay, well, I got one. I got somebody
You
here.
blinked.
Yes, you blinked. So now I just got to fill this other spot because I got one. She said she'll do it. Yeah, she'll do it. Yeah, that's always funny. Okay, so how are things going now? I mean, talk to me a little bit about the state of the Parker County District Court.
Things are going really well.
Okay.
We're growing, and like all things in Parker County, we've got growing pains. Since I've been in office, I'm really proud of some of the modernizations that we've done, both voluntarily and just at the requirement of the state. But to be completely digitized, we still have a lot of old paper that we need to preserve and digitize, but really trying to keep pace with what's expected from practicing attorneys and meet those needs.
So I'm going to ask an opinion question. It's not about Park County, but it's about this digitized versus old versus new. Remember when Trump was elected, Doge started?
Yes.
And they were telling all these crazy, I'll call them horror stories, but they're just, no, this is how we file the civil servant retirement documents, and it's paper and a canyon and the side of a mountain, and and it takes 6 months to do this, and we do it analog, and we have the old MS-DOS system here, and we do this there, and I was just like, no, that's the federal government, that's the U.S. government. That's probably the most efficient thing, and it was a little scary. So I mean, do you see some of that where like, man, if I could snap my fingers, I would do even more of the modernization.
Oh, absolutely. If we had the money to do it, we would do even more. Right now, everything that we take in is digital for the most part, and we're digitizing it in real time. So even if we take in paper, right then we're getting it scanned, it's available. We have a big gap of old records that are still just paper, and even to go look for them, you're going to have to pull out those big giant books you see in the movies, and start looking through that for some of the older things. Things going back to the late 1800s, early 1900s, we have digitized those because they were so old and needed to be preserved. So yeah, there's a big gap of time that we still want to get digitized and updated. It's not quite as bad as being in the side of an old salt mine on MS-DOS. Not
Yes,
quite that
yeah,
bad.
Side of an old salt mine. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what was one of them. It was absolutely crazy. Jeez, if you could upgrade one thing about the district court, what would be the one thing?
It would be to get all of that old paper
All the old paper.
digitized.
What's your thoughts on the jail discussion? Everything's going on
So
now
I've
with
been
the
working on
bond and
that.
the election. Yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
About a year and a half ago, maybe a little longer, Commissioners Court appointed a steering committee. And that was made up of Commissioner Hale, Judge Quisenberry, Jeff Swain, our district attorney,
Yep.
and myself. And they hired a architectural firm, and we started a study for a new justice center.
Okay.
And about midway through, they said, hey, would you look at the jail as well? So they brought on Sheriff Authier, some folks from LaSalle, the company that we contract with
Gotcha.
to operate the jail, and looked at that as well. So by August, we have 2 bond proposals that are on the ballot for November 4th. One is a jail expansion and one is a new justice center.
Okay. And then what was I saw on a post about the new center is now going to be out west, though, right? Or the land or something. Tell me about that. What?
Yes, so on the jail proposal,
That's what it is. Okay.
the proposal that is on the ballot, the language is for a jail facility.
Sure.
And
Anywhere. Yeah.
right.
It's just give permission
To-
to raise the tax funds for an X amount of money to do something.
Yes.
Yes.
And the proposal was to add on essentially 2 different towers at our current jail location.
Okay.
That's on Fort Worth Highway and near the downtown. And
Right across from the Weatherford Justice Center.
right across from the Weatherford PD.
Yes.
Yes.
Police department.
Yeah. And in the meantime, the commissioners were continuing to look for alternatives that might not be as expensive as that proposal.
Love it.
So they met with the owner who owns the old Fort Walters State Jail facility.
Yeah.
It's actually in Parker County. It's in Mineral Wells, but
Gotcha.
in Parker County.
That little bit of mineral
Just
wells.
that
that's
little
in it.
sliver.
Yeah.
And they met with the Texas Commission on Jail Standards.
Okay.
It's an entity most people have never heard of,
Never
nor do
heard
they
of. No,
need
no,
to
no.
know
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
of them.
yeah.
But they are the state entity charged with setting jail standards for square footage per inmate and the ratio of guards to inmates,
Yeah,
things like that.
safety protocol.
Exactly.
Yeah, lots of different
and
stuff,
even
yeah.
down to like the type of building materials
Oh,
that
okay,
you can
okay.
utilize. And they met with them to start the process of, hey, what if we renovated out here?
Yeah.
Could this be a possibility? They have not gotten a formal yes. Move forward.
Okay. Understood.
So we're still kind of at that.
So we are
point,
pursuing
yes.
all options
Yes.
for cost saving,
Yes.
high quality
and so
measures.
timing wise, yeah, it kind of stinks a little bit, but I feel like our commissioners court wanted the public to know
Mm-hmm.
all options that are on the table. And they feel like if this Fort Walters option could move forward, it would be at a significant
Yeah, that's great.
savings.
Yes.
So that's at least on the table.
Awesome. No, I think that's
Yeah.
great. Really, the vote is do you want an expanded jail?
Jail, yes. And right now, we are at capacity at
Mm-hmm.
our jail. We're having to send about 30 to 50 inmates per day to other counties. And that's honestly, it's an issue that we're seeing in a lot of counties in the
Yeah.
DFW area, even
Well,
down in
with
the
growth,
Houston area.
right? With growth comes growth of everything.
Yes.
You have more homes, you have a few more roads, you have more mail to deliver, you have more shops that have to open, you have more crime.
It just-
Proportionally, hopefully it remains steady or drops.
Yes.
But if you expand, that is going to
That's
happen.
where we're at.
That is
Yeah.
where we're at. Yeah. My wife said if you could see some of the kindergartners coming in, you'd understand why the jail's expanding. No, I was just kidding. I tell you, the schools they got their hands full too.
God bless teachers
Yeah.
and what they pour into our kids
Yep,
every single day.
I totally agree. No, that's good. So that's the expanded jail. And then what's the other part?
The other
2
part is for
bonds?
a new justice center.
Okay.
That one's $180 million to build a new justice center.
Exciting.
Most people fortunately don't have to deal with the court system, or if they do, it's for a very limited time.
Yeah.
But we're out of space.
Yeah.
We've got 2 district courts and 2 county courts at law in 3 different locations. Our prosecutors, district attorney and county attorney, are in 2 different locations. So the goal is to get everybody under one roof, more efficiency. But honestly, right now, our case numbers support a 3rd district court. We just have no place to put it.
Yeah.
And probably by the time we were able to build a new facility, we'd be ready for another court as well. There's a concern we're not at a backlog yet. but there is a concern as we continue to grow. If we don't have more courts, we're going to start seeing some backlogs.
You know, there's so many places here in Weatherford and Parker County in general that have spent so many years, so many decades doing so much with less. Whether it's, we joked about the schools, or whether it's the county
Yes.
or the city will tell you and show you areas, fire service here, and we do a great job of doing a lot with a little, I think.
Yes.
And I've seen behind the curtain on many aspects of our county, and I think we do a lot with a little. It's great. So I definitely support something like this.
Yes. And this has been something we've known about for a lot of years, but trying to just make do.
Yep.
And I've teased our district attorney. He's taken in the last broom closet at the district court's
That's-
building
yeah.
for office space. There's just not any more space to
Yep.
take in, and there's not space for another court. There's some security issues that we have, and the safest, best way to operate would be to build a facility intended for that purpose. I feel like, we've tried to make the best of, here's some space, what can we do to retrofit it? And
Absolutely.
we've just really outgrown all of that space.
Nope, that's great stuff. So as we wrap up, Sharena, I want to always like to give the guests a little bit of opportunity to have the closing word. Your kids are watching this. It's going to be digitized. This is
There
not
we
going to
go.
be in paper. This is digitized. Hopefully it'll live on for the next 20, 30 years. Do you have a message for your family, message for your kids, words of wisdom? What do you got for us? What do you think?
My family is the most important thing, and can't
I
do
love it.
anything without their support and supporting them. And I just say, there's no dream that's too big. You gotta shoot for it and try. If you make it, awesome. If you don't, well, we're just gonna pick ourselves up and dust ourselves off and
Keep trying.
keep trying.
Love it.
Yeah.
Sharena, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.